Thank you guys for $100,000, or I mean $100,000, or I mean 100,000 subscribers. It's actually crazy. I just got my plaque. It's over there. But today I'm going to talk about, well, I want to give some really good information. So I'm going to talk about, I'm going to talk about how crucial the morning is to having a good day. So what really started everything for me was just going to the gym. That's how you get discipline. That's how you get consistency, all of that. So that was cool. Now I started going at night like most people. I would work out at night. It would usually take me an hour and a half. Sometimes I would drink pre-workout at 7 or 8 p.m. and just work out. And it was awesome. Working out at night is fucking awesome. And then junior year, started playing lacrosse, and I had to figure out when I was going to do my workout during the day. Now, luckily, I only had 3 classes, so I would get out, go home, eat, work out, then go to practice. Most of the time, that was my daily schedule. And then senior year, I was working, so I couldn't do it 12 to... I also started jiu-jitsu, so I've just got all this shit on my plate, and I had no choice but to do it in the morning. And it's not like I wasn't a morning person. I had never really gotten up consistently at what turned out to be 4:30. I would get up at 4:30, go to the gym, then come home. And the reason it was so early, normally I think I could get away with probably waking up at 5:30. But what I'm getting to is what I realized from waking up at 4:30 and being in the flow of doing that was that the whole rest of my day was so much better. And what really was the cherry on top, the workout in the morning, obviously a great start to the day. And what I started doing that changed the game was reading books in the morning. I think you get the physical win of working out, which creates an awesome day. And then you get the mental win of reading. So you're just primed for whatever's about to come. That plus coffee, which I talked about in the other video, you got to drink coffee. The coffee morning reading combo, unmatched. But the point is that the way you start your morning it's all about momentum. So it starts right when you wake up. If your alarm goes off and you sit in bed and you start scrolling on Instagram, right when you wake up, momentum's already going down. So right when you wake up, you've got 2 options. You move your legs to the side of the bed. That's the first step. And then you're out. You got to do that right away because that's the momentum starting going up already. And momentum spirals are real. Like downward spiral, very real. Upward spiral, very real. So you want to start your day with one of those upward spirals where you get up, you move right away, go brush your teeth, drink the water, whatever you got to do, and do something right away. Always do something very important right when you get up. So for me, it's my workout. It happens to be pretty enjoyable for me at this point. I like working out. So on days I don't work out, I wake up and I do work. The other day I filmed one of these videos, which is not really very hard, but I'll get up, I'll do something that actually is gonna move me forward. You don't want to waste that momentum on doing bullshit tasks like cleaning your room, just bullshit like that. You want to actually get stuff that's gonna propel you forward. And that just goes for everything, but especially in the morning. It's just awesome it's called eating the frog. And the point is that if you ate an ugly ass toad every morning, then that you would have certainty that that'd be the hardest thing you do for the rest of the day. So for some people that's working out. For some people it's writing if they're writing a book. For some people it's running if they like running. I think exercise should be in everyone's morning. But the point is that you're doing something hard in the morning. And you're starting your day off right. And you don't want to wake up and scroll, man. I mean, I'm guilty of doing that from time to time, especially on rest days when it's particularly on those days when I don't have as much going on. And you know the feeling when you're sitting in your bed scrolling. It's awesome for about 20 minutes, but then it turns into 30. And then you're like, shit, I'm getting pretty hungry, but I'm so comfy, but like it also sucks at the same time. But you just keep scrolling, and then another 20 minutes go by, and you're like, damn, I'm approaching an hour. Then you get to an hour, and you pretty much feel like shit, and your brain is fucking rotting. And then you finally get out of bed. But then your mind is it's just flooded with all these weird feelings that it shouldn't have. It shouldn't have gotten all of that free-ass dopamine from the first second you woke up. So sometimes I do kind of low-key film myself working out, but until I wake up at 5, and then until about 7:30 a.m., I don't use my phone. So I'll read for about 45 minutes to an hour in the morning, which is very enjoyable once you get into the flow of doing that. At first it was difficult, but you get into the flow, and that's another thing. Locks your mind in for the day. So I think if you can include in your morning routine exercise, and I mean, in fairness, this is going to require you to wake up earlier. But if you can include exercise in your morning, and you can include reading, I think for most people, it's going to create a lot of momentum for the rest of the day. And just try it. You'll feel a lot different that day. And the first day, you'll be kind of hyped about it. You'll be excited. And then after probably 2 or 3 days, it's going to be like, shit, I don't want to wake up. But you got to keep doing it, man. You got to persist. I think that's one of the most important qualities of highly successful people, is they persist until success. So you just got to be able to do shit without getting any single results. But the fun part is that you start to get good at stuff. It's not like people who work hard do stuff for no reason. They just do it because it's literally fun to be good at stuff. So if you're good at, let's say you're really fucking good at drawing, you're going to draw because it's fun, because you're good at it. Or maybe you want to be really good at drawing. Then you have to draw, but it's not going to be very fun while you're fucking horrible and you can only do stick figures. It gets fun when you actually get good at it. But how do you get good at it? You have to suck at it for a year. So I think that's one of the things I've been pretty good at realizing, is that whatever I'm going to do, I'm going to be ass at it. And it's how it goes every single time. It's the same cycle with whatever you start. I'm going to talk about that more in depth in another video, but there's the same mental cycle whenever you start something new. And just to kind of touch on it, it's basically, you start, you're really optimistic. You're like, this is going to be fucking sick. I want to, for instance, play the guitar. You're going to be like, shit, I can't wait to play the guitar. I'm gonna get so many hoes. Fuck yes, hoes, yeah. Oh my god. And then after a week, you're gonna be like, shit, man. This is maybe even sooner. You're gonna be like, shit, bro. My fingers fucking hurt. I don't want to. I'm never gonna learn how to play guitar. And that's where most people would give it up. Be like, shit, I'm never gonna play the guitar. And that's why most people have a guitar sitting in the corner of the room, because they went through those first 2 phases of whatever they were doing, and then they stopped. But the cycle continues. It doesn't just stop there. So you start at the uninformed optimism, and then you get to informed pessimism. So that's basically where you've learned a little bit. You've learned enough about it to realize how difficult it actually is. And so you're like, man, fuck this. And then the next level is down even more. It's the valley of despair. So that's where you're basically hopeless and you suck. Now, where it picks up is you have, what is the next part? You have informed optimism. So you start, let's say you've been playing the guitar for probably 2 months at this point. You're getting better, and you're realizing that like the progress is there if you just keep at it. And then you have success and fulfillment all the way up here, and that cycle continues. But the problem is that most people stop at either phase 2, the informed pessimism, or the valley of despair, and then they start something else, and they repeat those first 3 phases of whatever they're doing over and over and over again until they end up doing fucking Rubik's Cube and weird shit. Or they just sit on their phone and scroll, which is retarded. It's fun to be good at stuff. So, I mean, I played the guitar. I was fucking ass I'm still pretty shit, but I can play just about any song. I've been playing for fucking 4 years. And I had a phase, man, and you don't have to do everything forever, but for me at least, I at least like to get to that success point. I like to be good at stuff. So I've been playing guitar for, I think it's literally been 4 years, which is pretty insane. I feel like I just started, and it was, yeah, I'll talk about that another time, but yeah, man, you gotta have a good morning. Upward fucking spiral. So, plan of action. Even if it's not your main workout, because I can understand as far as where the gym is. Actually, fuck that. No, don't fuck that. Depending on your situation, you got to get some exercise in the morning. Not only does it, I like how it wakes me up a lot. I do like that. I feel so much more awake. It's literally the first thing I do. I'm literally yawning, walking in, but you feel great after. So, if you don't have any equipment, I would typically do 100 push-ups, 100 sit-ups, 100 squats. Usually it depends. Those are just kind of the main movements you can do without any equipment that are going to be substantial. But just a good 15 to 20 minutes of moving and exercising, pushing. You can't just lackadaisically move through some movements though. Like you gotta, if I'm doing those push-ups, bro, it's going to be hard. The point of exercising is for it to be hard. So you get your exercise. Or if you can drive to the gym, drive to the gym. That's way better. Get the workout in for the day, dude. It does not need to take an hour and a half to go to the gym. It should only take 45 minutes to an hour max. If you actually have shit to do during the day, you're not going to be in there for that long. Gym bros who have no fucking life are in there for 2-3 hours doing who knows what. You only need 45 minutes to an hour max. Sometimes 30 minutes, depending on what type of training you do. So you work out. And then you read. Read. When you start reading, especially, I think most people don't read nowadays. So when you first start off reading, it's going to be kind of tough. But, man, just read 5 pages. And then sometimes you'll start reading those 5 pages. And just like everything else, that momentum's going to build while you're reading it. And you're going to get lost in the book. And damn, 30 minutes go by. You've already read 20 pages and you're like, shit, I really like this. And then the next day you go and start reading and you're like, I'm kind of excited to read this shit. And then you realize you want to start waking up earlier so you can read more. If you want book recommendations, let me know. But that's how upward spirals work. You just do a little bit and then that momentum is pretty real. So the action steps are exercise and read in the morning. And I think the trajectory that'll have on your day is insane. All the days that I really enjoy start with the physical dub of working out and the mental dub of reading. It just sets you in the perfect... That's how your body should be operating, is after those things are done. You'll want to just do so much important stuff is what you're going to want to do when you do this. So tomorrow morning, wake up and exercise. No matter what you have going on, if you have school in the morning, wake up a little earlier. So then you have to go to sleep earlier. But it feels good. It's not because people are maniacs. It just feels good to do that shit. So get up, exercise, and read. Out. I'm out.